real quick, since Juneteenth is coming up, and I just saw a post that made me think about something. One of the things that, I feel like we've had these things that we've seen posted over the years, I'm not my ancestors, alluding to the fact that, we're just different. This age generation is different. And I will agree that, every generation is not like the generation before them in some kind of capacity. What they can endure isn't the same. And I think that, it's a false narrative to think that who we are today would be the type of person who would deal with the things that that people had, the generations before us had to deal with. There's liberties that we have today that they didn't have back then. But there's also a tenacity and there's a patience that they had back then that we don't have today. We want stuff now, and rightly so. We shouldn't have to wait for freedom. We shouldn't have to wait for, because if you think that we're free, you're mistaken. But we shouldn't have to wait for it. But we have the patience to wait. We don't have the patience to do the underground work. We don't have the patience anymore. We don't have the patience. We don't have the willpower. So when we're thinking about being our ancestors, that's a privilege that we don't have, is to be thinking the way our ancestors thought, to be able to behave the way our ancestors thought, because they were a lot stronger than we are now. They had a lot more patience than we have now. They had more community than we have now. And some of us would have been left behind. Trust and believe, because we don't like to be inconvenienced for 5 seconds. So I am my ancestors.